What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Letter Ripped, the spinoff show from Let Me Get That Potograph. Joining me, as always, is from Vintage Bricks and Just Collect, Mr. Leighton Sheldon and Chris Gilmore. What's going on, guys?
What's up, boys?
I see how it
How's it
is. You
going,
introduce the
Chris?
boss first. I see how it is. You introduce the boss first. There you go.
Of course. Of course. So, Chris, I know you went to a baseball game today. So, how was that?
Two
How
of
was the
them.
Braves game today? Two of them.
Man,
How were those
yeah.
games?
Went to a doubleheader versus the Padres, and I did not wear this Padres shirt to the game. I just realized the irony of wearing the shirt when I got home. I like Tatis, so I have a Padres shirt, but I'm a diehard Braves fan and was rooting for them to lose today. But it's really exhausting, man. The heat was oppressive. I'm
Yeah.
sunburnt. My face is red, but a lot of fun.
Hey, well, at least you're fighting through for the show. But thanks everybody for tuning in on Facebook Live or on YouTube and over on the Vintage Breaks channels. But guys, today, we're it's our national edition. Nationals right around the corner, so this is our pre-national edition of Let It Rip. Of course, at the National, we will be going live with Mr. Tracy Hackler himself on Sunday. So we will be doing that show on Sunday. But today, guys, I figured with the NFL season kicking off, at least the preseason kicking off here pretty soon, there's really no better product to do and no better product to start off with than the product that kicks off the NFL season for collecting, and that would be 2021 Score Football. So we'll be going with Score Football today.
Right in my wheelhouse. College football. Love it.
What's that?
Right in my wheelhouse. College football.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, this is obviously one of the, it's the very first product that Panini puts out every single year to start off, to kick off 2021 season. And I like it too because, being a collector of East Carolina stuff, I like it when the guys are still in their college uniforms. And I kind of like Panini having the NFL pro license and the college license. It allows them to do cool things like this, like to get these rookies in, without having to airbrush them, without having to do all this stuff, before they can get a pro photo shoot.
Yeah. Did they put many Pirates in this?
No, man. We haven't had an NFL-worthy player in years.
But they would. They would if you did.
Yes. This would be the type of set that they do. As Score, it's a pretty big checklist. This checklist is 400 cards, 300 being veterans, and then 100 rookies at the end.
Nice.
Each pack, you're looking at about 9 rookies or so per box, which, looking at it from a value standpoint, that's pretty good per pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
especially when there's this many quarterbacks in it.
Yeah, when there's this many quarterbacks, when it's this hot of a draft class, it's it's a no-win. It's a win-win situation either way. Good chance to pull the rookies. What's going on, Dave, Cody C, Todd, Mark, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Guys, make sure to stay talking in the chat. If you've hit anything from Scores that has been out for a little while, please let us know. We'd love to hear about it. And we'll be doing some giveaways throughout the show, so please stick around and stay tuned. But guys, we'll get right to it. As you know, this is Letter, and the whole idea behind all of this is opening up some cards. So let's, without further ado, now Score Football. These hobby boxes, like I said, you get 40 cards per pack. There's 10 packs per box. And hobby boxes are running around $250, which, Leighton, for a hobby box these days and everything, that's a great price.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 25 bucks a pack. How many autos do you get a box?
4.
4?
There's 4 autos. Yeah, 4 autos.
Yes, I mean, that seems pretty, listen, if you like college, if you don't like college and you can't, you have to wait for the other stuff, this is going to only irk you. But I kind of agree with you that I like the content. I'm a Rutgers guy myself in terms of being an alum, but I also cheer for Miami. And yeah, if you have a guy that you like, you can get him in, early uniform as well as get some cool autos and parallels and such.
Absolutely. So, setup of the box, nice big old square with Pat Mahomes. He pops out and sits up at you when you're looking at it. But we've got 10 packs in here. They went with the jumbo format. And what are you guys' feelings on this opposed to, it used to be, about 24, 36 packs a box, with about 8 cards. And then they switched it up for the jumbo format. How do you guys like the jumbo packs versus, the old school format?
Well, I mean, if you do the math on the jumbo format, with the amount of rookies they're putting in the back of that pack, and that's all that really matters. I mean, the veterans are nice when you get a good vet parallel in the middle of the pack, but them sticking those 5-6 rookies in the back of the pack really gives you some extra content.
Yeah. Yep. Now, as you can see here, I like the base design this year. I thought they did a good job with the design. As I'm going to skip through some of the veteran base to get to some of the inserts, because they do have a bevy of inserts and parallels. But I really like the base design this year. It's they've got a 2-sided border and then the full bleed on the top to bottom. But I like it. It's different. It sticks out from score. I like the design a lot. The nice thing is everything's clear. It's focused. You can read it. Here we've got, very nice parallel. A Chase Claypool numbered 8 out of 20, an red zone parallel. So as Score normally does, their Gem Master 1-of-1s are their 1-of-1s, and then they've got an end zone, which is I believe 6 out of 6, and then the red zone out of 20. They do them all football related. But very nice colored parallels here. I like the red look. But numbered out of 20, a Chase Claypool, which is a nice one. Like it. As you guys can see, the back actually gives a little bit of stats, which is also nice. I like stats on cards. I feel like they don't put enough stats on cards these days. But then we've also got a couple of inserts here. We've got Celebration of Baker Mayfield. We've got a Hot Rookies of Mr. Zach Wilson.
Layton's New York Jets.
Yes. There you go, Layton. What are your thoughts on Zach Wilson?
Well, before we talk about Zach Wilson and the wonderful Jets franchise, what I really like is how Panini brings back just like the lineage of Score. Like, I remember growing up not only collecting Score, but I remember Hot Rookies. And they were only in, let's say, like a certain version of packaging. And that was, pretty early on, meaning in the early 90s, like for them to do that. So the fact that like Panini recognized that and they have like a Hot Rookie insert set or subset of the main set, whatever the case may be, Drew, is really, I don't know. It's not only super cool, I think it's very thoughtful. And it shows that they're not just using the name Score, because they can, but they're really embracing it.
No, I agree. These are, Score has a very, very long, like you said, history and lineage going back even in the 90s. And I remember the Hot Rookies as well. Hot Rookies was one of my favorite insert sets, and so it is cool keeping that. And they do that with a lot of these. They keep a lot of their insert sets in mind with veterans and Hall of Famers, as you guys just saw. They have one that's just an all-time great. And when you get into the hits as well, some of the jersey lines and some of the relics that you can get are all featured around old throwback, old school rookies and stuff like that. So I love when they include something like a Hot Rookies, or in like Don Russ's case, the rated rookies. It keeps that feel alive of, what made you like the brand in the first place. So here we go through this one a little bit. So you get 4 autographs per pack, multiple parallels. As you guys saw in the last pack, a whole lot of rookies. Right here, we've got a Travis Kelce blue out of 100. This is a showcase parallel. Now, one thing about Score this year, even with retail, there's a couple of different retail options. One thing I do love is with their hanger boxes, you have a numbered card in every single hanger box. So on the retail level, they provide you with, some cool chase cards as well. But they didn't make the rainbows impossible to attain. Like to make the score rainbow, you're going to have an 8 or 9 card rainbow, which to me is just a nice looking, rainbow when it's complete. Here's an NFL draft of Justin Fields. Another one of the,
nice.
One of their nice. The inserts look nice to me. I think they did a good job. They're nice. They're standard inserts. Here's some of our
bear down, Justin Fields.
Fantasy stars, and I love these celebration inserts. If you're a team collector, always cool to have some fun cards of your team. Remember that this is a hobby, and you can have fun. Have some cool celebrations. This being Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, what a good season he had last year. What a good season.
He did. And our first autograph, which comes from, it looks like, yes. Oh, wow. Numbered out of 50. A gold Vince Williams, linebacker for the Steelers. Now this is
it's a vet auto.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. The main autograph line in this score is the base autos line. This base autos line, which is what this is a gold parallel out of 50 of. That autograph list contains everybody from Pat Mahomes, Tom Brady, Randy Moss, Thurman Thomas. I mean, you name it. You go down the list of who's in this base auto, checklist. It's got Christian McCaffrey. It's got modern day superstar veterans. It's got Hall of Famers and legends. And then you have the rookie auto subset, which, we'll see if there's one per box or how it works. I'm not really sure, but yeah, that was part of of the base auto, which is their main autograph line in score. Quitty paint, and then some more of the base. There's a second-year card. That's a nice looking too. I like the look of that. Good photography in these. Both card companies, Topps and Panini. I think they've really stepped their game up in terms of photography in the last couple years. I think they've had to, because they haven't had as many photo shoots. They've kind of had to think outside the box a little bit when it comes to what you're opening. And I think, it's resulted in some beautiful looking cards.
So, Drew, as you're opening that up and you're going to start peeling in the back to get some rookies,
yes.
Chris and Drew, what do you guys think with the fact that PSA, you basically still can't grade these types of rookies that are, let's say, base rookies that are coming out of these packs in bulk anymore?
Mm-hmm.
So, and obviously you can't do it with Beckett with them shut down. And SGC, I believe the cheapest is 30 or 35 per card.
Yeah.
So my question is, with all of this, 2021 product continuing to come off the presses and soon to be the NFL football as Panini Elite just released, which is a very cool product.
Yes.
My question is, do you think that folks are either A, holding on to their rookies and just hoping and praying that there's going to be some sort of reasonably priced grading, again?
Right.
B, do you think they've had no choice and they're in droves going to places like CSG, HGA, and to be honest, maybe grandma's grading, which there seems to be a new grading company pop up all the time.
Yes.
Or D or C, are they just selling them raw because they're just really frustrated and the days of grading 2021 and then 2022, the base rookies are kind of those days are numbered. Because there's no affordable bulk grading on the horizon. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, I think the overwhelming majority of them sell them raw. For me, it's never been easier to buy better condition cards than right now.
I'll
be patient. I'll be patient if they're not patient.
Yeah, and as we do hit, here's one from the rookie auto line. Davis Mills, Stanford Cardinal. Not sure exactly where he went, but Davis Mills as our second autograph, and we also had a gray scorecard of Felipe Franks. But I've been noticing, Leighton, to get back to what you were asking, that a lot of people, just like Chris said, that's what I'm doing, holding a lot of stuff and waiting. I'll be patient and I'll wait. There's been certain things that I've sent to other things. Devontae Smith, another big rookie. Otherwise, I think most have been patient. But I've seen also at a lot of shows, I've found I found two Ohtani rookies at the last show I was at that were in excellent shape that just hadn't been subbed because the guy didn't get around to it. So then he was selling them raw. So I think you've also seen a lot of that as well. But for the most part, I think it's probably going to be holding out. But those people that do spend the money to get, those first ones graded, if you end up being lucky and being able to get one of those first couple out the door, they still command, some major coin.
Back to Davis Mills. Davis Mills got taken by the Houston Texans.
Texans, okay.
But Davis is a bit of an Atlanta legend. Davis lit up the world at Greater Atlanta Christian School.
Okay.
And it was a big deal in high school here in Atlanta. And he's on my watch list for sleepers, by the way. Davis Mills is the guy I'm watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's a guy that, depending on, it still sounds like Watson. Watson trade rumors are heating up again. Looking like
he's not ready yet.
No,
he's a project.
Right. Jerry Rice, got some old schoolers in there. Jerry Rice next to Justin Herbert. Then we've got another scorecard of Devin Singletary. And we've got Kyle Trask with the hot rookie. And I like the hot rookie design this year. I think it's nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Nice. I don't like Kyle Trask as an NFL quarterback, but he's a great college quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Breakthrough Ronald Jones. And then there's one per box here, Zach Wilson. We haven't hit one yet, but one per box, they've got a Tom Brady tribute, which apparently chronicles significant touchdown passes throughout his career. And it's one per box. So it's, completing, if you're trying to complete the set or whatnot, pretty difficult task. And they do have a couple of super short prints. There's some case hits that are a 3D, kind of almost back to the old lenticular style cards of the past. They do have some of those as well. And then also in here is, do you guys remember a couple of years ago, Panini started their Super Bowl signatures line that crossed multiple different products, and every couple of years every couple of products they'd add a couple people. Well, they did add 6 additional autographs from that list in here as well. So score for a brand that's looked at normally as more of like that super entry level. It's pretty stacked this year. It's a massive checklist, so you've still got a lot of guys to go through, but there's a lot of quality stuff in here.
Yeah, everything's really long odds in score. Like it's
yes.
They say 4 autographs, but most of the time those 4 autographs are going to be guys that aren't really focal points. That aren't first round quarterbacks.
Now this is cool. This is out of 10. Yeah. Number 1 out of 10. Sean Wade die cut.
Buckeyes.
Yes, out of 10. That is a nice looking die cut card. I really, really like the die cut design. I think that's nice. So Sean Wade.
Donruss Elite.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
It does have an elite feel with the stripes down the side.
Yeah.
All right, and then you've also got your Roquan, Etienne, some Fantasy Stars, more celebrations. And then you get to your rookies. But yeah, I think a lot of people are holding rookies right now. I'm going to be interested to see at the National, as we all approach that time where I know a lot of us are getting ready and heading up to the National. I'm going to be anxious, and I'm really curious to see how much raw stuff is out there in terms of rookies and how the quality is. That's one thing I'm going to be looking at on the floor, because the Philly show I saw quite a bit.
I think the National's going to be wild, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you guys, Leighton, have? I know you guys have a lot of stuff planned, but what's some of the stuff that Vintage Break's going to be doing over there?
Well, we have our big event ending on Sunday, August 1st, live from the National to conclude at 4 p.m. when we're giving away over $25,000 of vintage cards, break credit, boxes, so on and so forth. And you can get in for as little as $3. All of those details are at events.vintagebreaks.com, or simply just go to vintagebreaks.com. But we're going to be hopefully hooking up with a few athletes to do some really cool, breaks live from the show. What I also think is really neat, Drew, you get to show off things you buy on the spot, and obviously in our business, you could also break right away.
Right.
So it's doubly cool where you can be on the floor kind of doing my treasure hunting as usual, and all of a sudden, like, oh, wow, that'll make a great break. 30 seconds later, you're like, well, it's sold out. We got to break it.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Well, here's a pretty cool one. It's a second year, but Joshua Kelly.
Nice.
Running back for the Chargers. Obviously, last year was his rookie year. Coming up with Justin Herbert in that good class, he was the guy that everybody would look through and say, "Oh, almost," thinking it was a Herbert. But
and Kenneth Murray,
there's Trey Lance, rookie. Good old Trey. But I love Score having, I've always thought it was a fun product, and like I said, if you're a guy that collects college like I am, it's really nice. They even keep the college team on the bottom. Does get a little confusing when you're sorting, having to look up a lot of undrafted free agents.
I agree. I got an interesting question for you boys.
Sure.
So as you're breaking the score and going through the thick amount of cards that are in there, I figured I'd try to time it at the beginning of the pack. But seeing as how like Panini and Topps go through, and obviously Upper Deck with hockey and some of the Goodwin stuff, they go through great lengths to design sets and get autographs and they make inserts and parallels. With some of the odds being what they are, Chris, why don't you think they go out and do, I don't know if you want to call it a buyback program, but just simply like, I'm making it up, right? Like, so for football, maybe go out and get a Joe Namath rookie. Only put in one, but like, wouldn't it be cool? I would like to see the card companies embrace more of their heritage of the industry, not just of like, hey, we can get away. And believe me, you guys got me hooked on Chronicles, right?
Right.
So I totally dig it. But I would love to see some of that kind of make a comeback in products in general. Because I know, and obviously this is self-serving and selfish of me as both an owner of a breaking company, but also as a patron of like, I participate in a few other breaks here and there.
Right.
Yeah, like I would personally love, I'm making it up, if you got rid of whatever you needed to as a card company, because frankly, I don't care about some numbered parallel out of 100 or whatever the case may be. You guys are talking about the checklist is large. Like, it's not that much to take, I'm making it up, $10,000 it cost or $5,000 it cost of vintage football graded rookies. And even if it's not affiliated with your brand, I just feel like, there's a lot more for like a father-son to talk about who maybe like the dad doesn't follow modern, but the young boy does, right? But all of a sudden you got that chance, that outside chance of getting a Gale Sayers rookie or a Johnny Unitas rookie. And it doesn't have to be a 9.
Yeah, I think it would be really cool if they put that in some products, especially stuff like honors, where it's something where you're speaking about like literally honoring your history and looking back at things like that.
That's a great point. Drew.
And speaking of looking back, this is one of the one per box Tom Brady inserts. So this being his 30th career passing touchdown on 10/6/2002. So this set. This is one of those super short print sets that's going to be incredibly, incredibly difficult to collect. Obviously, being one per box, but yeah, I think that would be really cool, especially in, like I said, something like in honors where you're literally, looking at throwback cards, and like Chronicles where you're looking back at old school designs. I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah, that's exactly what we needed there. That's exactly what we needed. Another reminder about how great Tom Brady is. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Panini.
Yeah, that's why I'm ignoring it and continuing the card discussion.
Yeah.
Like, how cool would it be if you could get a PSA 10 Barry Sanders rookie in this as a redemption?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, here we go, guys. We got something pretty awesome right here. Wow. Okay. Oh, hot rookies, 1 of 1, Justin Fields.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow. Holla at your boy.
That's a big hit.
That's unbelievable, man.
Got a little ding on the bottom right corner, but a
Ring
1
a
of
ding, ding.
1.
Who cares? 1
hot
of 1, man.
rookies, Justin Fields.
Hot.
Whew.
Nice.
Like you said, with the hot rookies. Very,
down.
very nice.
I knew I was foreshadowing something. I didn't know what it was.
Yes, I know. That was it right there.
Hot diggity. That's sweet.
Just for reference,
Wow.
the Trevor Lawrence was $1,000, so that's got to be at least 5, 6, 7.
Wow, that is a
Yeah.
beauty right there.
Plus, it's very
Absolutely.
nice looking cards, not just it's
Yes,
very cool.
no, it's absolutely beautiful. I love this hot rookie design. Wow,
Yeah.
1 of 1, Justin Fields.
Beautiful.
I like the stamp right there, dead in the middle. Beautiful, beautiful card right there, guys. And we're actually going to take a break really fast. We got a couple of packs left here, but we've got 2 giveaways today. The first one that we're going to do is actually going to be Leighton. You've generously offered up $100 break credit to VintageBreaks.com. So, guys, we're going to do a little trivia real quick. And the first person that we can get to answer this question in the chat will be the winner. Chris, you do this one since it's the one that you came up with.
Great. With the NIL program, the name and image license in college football, players have just kind of come out of the woodwork and signed contracts. Recently, at a coaches meeting in Texas, Nick Saban revealed a guesstimation about the dollar amount between quarterback who has never taken a snap as a starter, Bryce Young, and the dollar amount in NIL contracts he's up to. What was the amount that Nick Saban threw out there?
What was the amount? Dave hits it. Dave must have read that mojo. Congratulations to Dave Melcher.
Oh, wow. I didn't think we did it that quick.
Me neither.
I thought someone would at least have to Google that.
I did too. Dave with a milli. Very nice. So, Dave, congrats on winning that, my friend. And thank you to Leighton and Vintage Breaks for offering that up, of course. I think this is pretty cool. I forgot, Justin Field, Buckeyes and Bulldogs. That's pretty neat, having him in both of his jerseys. So we've got 2
and they generally have those. They generally have those in the same pack. Where you hit one, you hit the other.
Yeah, that's where those were, right back to back with each other. Mm-hmm. So we've got 2 packs left here. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Eddie, Ken, Cody C., Mike Pitts.
I guess I can watch chat.
This has been a very fun box of Score. I think Score is a very fun product. It's a great product for father-son opening. It's affordable. You get a lot of base cards, which, at least in terms with my son, it just a card like this he would think is awesome. So, did we lose? Looks like we did lose Leighton for just a moment. I'm sure he will be back in just a minute. We got the scoreboard right there. So we have a couple more for here. Remember, guys, if you are watching on the Vintage Breaks channel, Charlie G will be up as soon as we are done. Trey Lance with the hot rookies. Celebrate good time, James Washington. I love those celebration inserts. I think they're awesome.
You remember James Washington? Well, no, it wasn't Washington. Is another guy who had the double bird flip on his rookie. It's another Washington. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think this year's design is beautiful. There's Kyle's Trask. I really like it. It's a lot different than previous years. I'm always for a change, instead of everything looking monotonous and staying the complete and total same. I like a little change. Here we go with our very last pack. I do believe, man, 1 auto left to go.
I still think it's Score though. They did change it, but you can still say, yeah, that's exactly how Score should look.
Right. I agree. It's it is very much what you would think Score should be. They have kept to the tradition of keeping it look semi-regular. I love this school Tom Brady shot. I think it's a beautiful card, as you can see. Kenny Galladay with the silver. And we've got Hopkins with the hands team. Devontae Smith. We've got Justin. Oh, there he is.
Hey guys, sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened.
No problem. Justin Field back in, and then all right. Looks like our last auto. Oh wow, out of 50, a gold Jonathan Taylor.
Nice. Sweet.
So 2 second-year running backs. Yeah, and golds.
Yeah, and probably the best rookie running back from last year's class, Jonathan Taylor.
Yes, whole lot of hype going around on Jonathan Taylor coming up in this. Yeah. So, and
they're going to need him.
And of course, there he is. Trevor Lawrence pops out at the very end. Of course,
great box.
I was wondering if we were going to see him. So, to recap. What was a very, very, very awesome box of score. Very fun. Once again, thanks to Tracy Hackler and everyone at Panini. We've got a Jonathan Taylor auto out of 50. The Aaron Jones scoreboard. You've got your Tom Brady super short print. You've got your scoreboard Jalen Guyton. You've got a Joshua Kelly auto. Travis Etienne, Sean Wade die cut to 10. Then you also had the Davis Mills auto, Felipe Frank scorecard, another gold auto, Vince Williams out of 50. So 2 gold autos out of 50 in this box. A Travis Kelce numbered to 100, which is a showcase. A Chase Claypool numbered out of 20. A hot rookie, Zach Wilson, and then, of course, the Justin Fields 1 of 1. So an absolutely incredible box, and just great box. But what do you guys think of score? I mean, I think it's fun. This is a nice bevy of hits for a box that costs around $250 or so for about 400 cards. You know, it's a nice box.
This is great.
Yeah, well, and we've busted a few of these on Vintage Breaks, and I mean, they always are where they are. Score is score. If you get lucky and hit a Trevor Lawrence, you've basically won the lottery, but it's always going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the main thing. It is always definitely going to be fun. And so, guys, that's going to wrap up the box of 2021 score. And, guys, we will be at the National, like I said. We will be on Sunday at, I guess it would be 11 Eastern, or 11:30 Eastern on Sunday. We'll be doing Letter Rip live from the National, and we'll be doing it on the main stage with Tracy Hackler from Panini. It's going to be a mystery box. Not sure exactly what we're going to be busting yet. It's kind of up to Tracy, so I'm excited to see what he brings. We'll be giving a lot of stuff away to people both in the audience and watching online at home. So be tuning in live, as you know, you'll have a chance to win. You can watch on the National feed on their page, or of course on the Vintage Breaks channels and on Let Me Get That Potograph and everywhere else. But guys, that's going to wrap up this edition of Letter Rip. So Leighton, Chris, thanks so much for joining me yet again for ripping into some awesome product. And thanks Tracy Hackler and everyone at Panini for hooking us up with the box. And guys, we will be doing an awesome giveaway. I'm going to be posting it tonight with some stuff from this box and some stuff from previous box from 2 weeks ago. So look for a giveaway to be popping up that I'll be announcing live at the National. I'll announce the winner there. But Chris and Leighton, thanks so much, guys.
Not all.
Later.
Yes, y'all have a good evening, and we'll see you at the National.